Unfortunately, this cool, oops. Okay, well, that was a great start to a video. Hey everyone, this is Thecos, and today I'm bringing you my playthrough of Walking in Burano. This is the German version, hence it has a different name. It's called Colorful Burano in German, right? But that doesn't really matter because the game is language neutral, so you will just enjoy it as much as if I had an English copy. This was just like on sale a long time ago. I think I've owned this game for now 1.5 or 2 years at least, I think. And it's still in my collection because I like it a lot. So what I will do today is I will play through the game. I will set it up, then explain you like the gist of the game, the main gist. I will play through it and then give you like a few of my thoughts on it, how I like it. Spoiler, I liked it a lot. And if you like spatial puzzle games that you can play solo as well as with other people and everything works really well, like small box game, then I really suggest you watch this video because it is a very, very interesting game. Anyway, as usual, I have included timestamps so you can jump to the part you're interested in the most. But as usual, bonus points if you watch the entire video. Alright, so what is Burano? Well, Burano is near Venice, I think, in Italy. And it's like famous or it's like known for like these colorful buildings, as you can see here. And that's what we're also doing in Walking in Burano. We are actually like building up our like little buildings, as you can see here, in specific colors, right? So that is kind of neat. So what I will be doing, I will be just setting up the game quickly and then I will show you how to play it. Alright, so that is pretty much the setup of the game. Alright, so that is the setup of the game. So I've set it up in a way, the same way for a 2-player game. In a solo playing game, you set it up exactly the same way, except for having one more column here of cards that you can take. Otherwise, you would have only 3 columns for 2 players. Always like the number of players plus 1, right? Except for in a solo game, then you have 4. And then we kind of guide you through what you see here. Unfortunately, this cool, oops. Okay, well, that was a great start to a video. Unfortunately, this really cute cat marker we don't need in a solo game. That is the first player marker. And well, in a solo game, we are first player, right? Because we are, well, the only player. Okay, so now I'll set the focus more correctly because it was a little bit out of focus. And also first, I set up the first and third floor the wrong way. First always needs to go at the bottom, of course, makes sense, right? So let me guide you through what you see here. First of all, like one of the main, like the right side will be the main side for today. Up here is like the market, so to speak, where we can take cards. How we take cards, I will show you as we play. Down here, we will build our buildings, our little street. Will be 3 stories high, right? Like first, second, third floor, like 3 floors high, and 5 houses, like next to each other. That should definitely fit here, pretty much exactly. We have also 3 scaffolding cards that can replace like specific floors. I will talk about that a little bit later. Then here on the left, up here, we have the inhabitants of the town, 1 each. These we can attribute to a building of ours when it's done, and then they will grant us points at the end of the game. Same thing for the visitors down here. But for the visitors, we have 2 cards. In a solo game, that is very important because we have to actually discard those. But I will talk about that a little bit later as well. Then we have these 4 tokens here. I chose the red ones with like 3 victory points each. If we don't use them, we get like these points at the end, so up to 12 points. That is good. But we can also use them to go against a rule when building our houses up, right? So they can use them, we can go against the rule, but we lose these 3 points at the end of the game. Also, we have 4 coins. We will need coins to build a specific number of houses. So that is like the gist of what you see here. Also, like we have more coins up here, right? I just put it there. Usually you would like set it up like this, like I did up here, and these you could like maybe put here, so these are separated, the inhabitants and also the visitors, but I'll just put them here so I can build up here, so everything is like in frame for the camera. So that's pretty much it. In a turn we do specific things. So first we take cards, then we put down cards, and then we can take a character if we have built a house. And also we like check our limits, right? Because we cannot have like an infinite amount of resources, so to speak. Okay, so first we take cards from here. We can only take cards from one column. That is very important to know. We can take 1, 2, or 3 cards. If we take 3 cards, well, then we take 3 cards. If we take 2 cards, we also get a coin because we take less cards. If we take only 1 card, we gain even 2 coins. And coins are important for building, as I said, right? So that might also be something we want to do. If we take cards, we always have to take cards that are right next to each other. And we need to start from the top or bottom. So, for example, if I wanted this card, I couldn't just take it like this. I would also have to take that or this card, right? That is very important. So, for example, I could not take these 2 cards. These are not adjacent to each other, right? So I need to start there or there, and then I can take 1, 2, or 3 cards. So I could take these, that's fine. I could take all of them. I could take these 2, or this one, or that one, right? So that's the way in how you can draft cards. How do we draft cards? Well, there are like 2 main things we want to think about. 2 doesn't sound a lot, but it is a lot, believe me. First of all, we have building rules that we can, as I said, that we can ignore 4 times during the game by getting rid of these, which I don't really like to do. So I will try to hold on to those. We have a few building rules. First building rule is that we want, like each building needs to be in the same color. That is very important, right? Also, houses that are beside each other cannot have the same color. Yes, I can actually like ignore these rules by discarding these, as I said, right? But as I said, each color has to have only one color. Each house only one color, and not the same color right next to each other. I can have 2 red houses, like for example, red house here and red house there, if I have like an orange or blue or whatever or green in between, right? That is very important. That's why we want to like group together the same color if possible, right? So I don't want to take like 3 different like 3rd floors because I will not be able to build them, because of course we need to build from the ground up to the 3rd floor. But we do have the scaffolding. That means I could place a second floor on a scaffolding like this, right? Or what I could also do is, let's say I already had, let's take this one. I already had like a 1st floor and I wanted to build this one here. This of course wouldn't work, right? Because I would need the 2nd floor, but I can take my scaffolding, turn it over, and then put it in between. That is definitely possible, but I only have 3 scaffoldings. That's very important to know, right? But that's something I can work with. But that is not a completed house then, because I still need that 2nd floor. So that is one thing. The next thing is, as soon as I put something here, a card here, I cannot move it anymore. That is very important. Also, of course, 1st floor needs to be here, 2nd floor there, 3rd floor there. That's also very important, right? I cannot just put like the 3rd floor on the 1st floor. That wouldn't work, right? And also, I cannot just build widely wherever I want. Everything needs to be adjacent. The 1st card I can put wherever, pretty much, and then I need to like place the card adjacently, right? We are still in the 1st phase, drafting, but these thoughts are important to know, so I know what to draft. Second thing, besides like placing stuff, the second thing that is important is these guys here. We have a little bit of storm outside, so I hope it's not too loud, but that's something we will unfortunately have to live with. But I think it shouldn't be too bad today, I hope. But there's no way I can like wait for the weather to calm down. It's been like that for like 2 weeks or something. Okay, so we have here the inhabitants, we have here the visitors that grant us points for specific things. I will now quickly go over like what they grant us points for before we will then start playing finally. So first of all, this guy, the police, gives us more points for these lanterns that we have here if they're spaced apart. So for 1 lantern, he gives us 5 points, for 2, 9, and for 3, 15, but they need to be spaced apart. They cannot be adjacent to each other on the 2nd floor. This one here gives us flowers, gives us like 1 point per flower, like in the 3 middle houses on the 1st floor. So we always see like where we get that. The Santa, of course, gives us points for chimneys on top of the roofs, 3 points each. The grandma here gives us 4 points for each blind, or I think you say awning right here, for each pair of blue and red. anywhere pretty much in our houses. This guy is the same as the flower girl here. He's given us 1 point for the 3 middle houses on the second floor for each plant, like these green ones here. This one gives us specific amount of points, 2, 9, 5, 9, and 15 for different kinds of stores. We have like this clothing store here, and that's it so far. But there's like pizza and clothing and ice cream and I think restaurant. If we have like all 4 different of those, we get 15 points, which is a lot. And then the visitors, this one gives us 1 point per flower under that building, because whenever I finish up a building, let's say this one here is finished up, at the bottom I put like either a visitor or an inhabitant, and like under each building. And for the visitors, that's important because visitors give us points for that exact building. So 1 point for each flower, 1 point for each plant, 3 points for each cat, because there are like here and there are also like a few cats. And this one gives us like 2 points for each cat, for each chimney and lantern, and also awning. Also, the visitors grant us points just by themselves, as you can see in the top left. Like everything with stars gives us points. But now let's finally start the game, playing the game. So, I definitely think like there are a few good things here. Chimneys is always good. I always like to take Santa, because Santa can give us like 15 points if you have like all chimneys, or maybe even less, but like 3 points per card is pretty good. The cats could be okay, but I don't really see a combination here. So I think I will actually go to this column here, and I think I will take the top 2 cards for sure, because then I already have like 2 of them, and also I have like 3, 5, 7 plants already, right? So this guy would also be like a good pick, right? So I think I'm going to take these 2. Am I also going to take this one? Well, it would be the first store if we want to go for stores, right? Could give us like a lot of points as well. So I think I will take all 3 cards. And taking all 3 cards means that I cannot, that I don't get any money here. So that's already the first phase, right? Second phase is placing cards. So I told you how to place cards, right? I already talked about that. So let's start now. I will actually place a few cards. The thing is, like, the more cards you place, the more we have to pay. If we need to pay, like, for 1 card, we need to pay 1 coin. For 2 cards, 3. And for 3, 5 coins. So you see, I couldn't place all 5 cards, but I could place 2 at least. I think that wouldn't be too bad. So I think what I will do is, let me just start with the first building. So let me first, let me put one right here, like the green one. And then let's put like a scaffolding here and put like the orange one now. So that is now 2 cards that I placed. That costs me 3 coins. I think that is not too bad. Also, another thing, for these X's here, we get negative points at the end of the game. But still, I mean, we get a lot of positives as well, so I think that is totally fine. So, and that was now placing cards, and now we can take characters if we have finished a building, which we haven't, so we will not take any characters. And we will also check like our limits, so to speak. So we can only have 3 cards in hand at a time. I have only 1. That is fine. Let me just put like my cards maybe here. Let me put these, I don't need these right in front of me. Let me put those right there. And let me put like the cards and the money, like everything here. I think that should be fine, like this. So we cannot have more than 3 cards, and we cannot have more than 6 coins, but that is all fine. And then we have the end of the round. At the end of the round, we check, do we have all 5 buildings renovated? If we do, then the game is over. And if not, then we clean up the market again. In a solo game, and also in a 2-player game, we remove the cards on the very right here. And then we slide them all to the right here, like this. And then, of course, we put new ones here. I would like an orange store. Oh, but there's a different store. There's an ice cream store. That is good. That is something that I could use. Oh, a lot of pink stuff. Okay. Okay, I see. Interesting. Some interesting choices here. And that is it. And then now we have our next turn. And we can... Oh, not quite. In a solo game, there is still something different. In a solo game, what we also have to do is we also have to remove one of these characters here. And that is like important thing in the solo game, because we now already need to think about, okay, which characters do we want to go for? Because, remember, inhabitants, we only have one card. If I remove that one here, then it's gone. We cannot do anything with that policeman anymore, right? Here we have two, and I don't think I will like use more than one of each, I think. I'm not going for cats at the moment at all, so I will be able to remove her. So I will just remove her, and she will be taken out of the game. Okay, so now let me take cards. I want this one, but it will slide to the right, so I still have some time. Orange. There is an orange that is not really interesting. What should I go for? I do have the roof here. That is fine. This one would be cool. I would like to go for chimneys. So these two would be great. And also the yellow one, sure, why not? But I think I want to like save up a few coins. I need coins to build, right? So I think let me check. There isn't anything too interesting here on the right. So I think what I will do is I will actually just take one card. Let me take the store. Sure, just one card, because since I took just one card, I will get 2 coins. That is good. We need to save up a few coins. Otherwise we cannot build a whole lot. Okay, and then actually this card could also be interesting. It could be interesting. Yeah, I mean that would give us like 5 points immediately, and if I can like combine more with that police guy, even more. So I might take this one next time. Then I would also have to take this one. Also, one thing I can always do, I can always like return, like put 2 cards, like discard 2 cards for 1 coin. Right? So in case I need to take something that I don't need later on, I can discard those for 2 coins. Alright, then let me do it like this. Let me put this one here. Like this for now. I think that works fine. So I think that works quite well at the moment. And placing 1 costs 1 coin. Alright. Oh, we haven't exceeded any limits, so that's fine. So let's remove all of these. Then these will all be moved to the right. And then we replace all the missing cards. So that is how the game works. You see, so once you know how it works, it's quite basic. I think the most complicated thing regarding this game is regarding the characters, to understand what the characters want. Once you know that, it's not that hard either, but still. Oh, there's a different store that I want. Ooh. Okay. But that means it's the same color as that one. So I cannot put that one there, but I could put it over here. That would work, right? Not beside each other. I definitely want this one. I also want this card. Oh, I forgot to remove a character. I think, which will I remove? I don't have too many people at the moment, but I will get more there. Did I talk about this one? Like he gets like 1 point for each person that is walking around here. I think I will not work with these. But then again, let me start with these first. I'm not working with flowers, more with plants. So I can get rid of her, I think. I think so, at least. That should be fine. Alright, so now it's the next turn. I want this card, I want that card. And this one is not interesting. Yeah, so you know what? I want this card. But I cannot take this, right? As I said, I need to take like a 3rd or 1st floor first. And this one is not interesting for me at all. This one might be interesting at some point. Because this one is not interesting because I cannot put another pink one there. That's not possible, right? So, yeah, then let me take these 2, I guess. Taking 2 means I will get 1 coin. Well, it's better than nothing. And what will I place? I want to place this one here. Place 1, pay 1 coin. That's all I will do for now. Yeah, that's all I will do for now. Alright, so I want to take a character. I don't have any limits, but exceeded any limits, but I need to remove something. Let me just... I'm getting quite a few cats. I have 2 cats here already. This one might be interesting, but only probably for one of those, right? The stores I want to keep. I want to keep this one now at least. I want to keep that. I could get rid of the flower girl, I think. I don't think I necessarily need her. Okay, so let's remove all of these here. Like this one would have been like a lot of flowers, right? But still, I'm not really interested here. So let me put all these to the right. So that's like the only thing that's a little bit annoying with the game. There's a lot of like sliding cards to the right. Especially in a 1 and 2 player game, you don't have that as much. Well, in a 3 or 4 player game, you have that as well, because more people take cards, right? You don't remove any, but more people take cards. But it might be a little bit less annoying. Oh, another store. Oh no, that store we already have. Okay, so I want this one for sure. This one could actually not be too bad now. This one could actually be quite good. Oh, I think I want this. I want this one. Okay, you know what? I really want this one. So I'm gonna... And this one would also be good. Then let me do it like this. Any other that are interesting? No. So let me... No, wait. But I took this one already. But I can remove this one again. I don't really want that anyway. So I think I will take this one. And take only one card. So I will get 2 coins. And then I will place... I could place this one, right? With 2 scaffoldings, but that's quite a lot. But I think I will just place this card now. Here. That costs me 1 coin. Like this. That building still isn't done, right? Because we still need that ground floor, which we really haven't found anything good yet. Did I remove a character last round? I think I did. If I missed that, then I'm sorry. I sometimes forget that. There's always like something that I really need to keep actively thinking about. Otherwise I miss that. So I think this is... Oh, I can actually see how many rounds we had. We had 4 rounds. This is the 4th round. And I have removed 3 characters. That's fine. So I need to remove the next character now. Who do I want to remove? Oh, by the way, the cafe. It's something that Oh no, there's another cafe. Oh, now there are 2 that are pretty good. These are both good. Because you see, like, the ones with the stores also like grant points on their own. So that is pretty good. Okay, so who do we remove? I want to keep him for now. I don't know about her. I don't know if I need her. I definitely want to keep him. I want to keep him. I want to keep him for now. I definitely want to keep him. Him as well. Him as well. I want to keep all of those. Okay, so who do... You know what? Let me remove her. I don't think I will like do a lot there. No, I don't think so. So I will remove her for now. Okay, so we need cards. I have that blue one. This one I want to put at the top someplace. I want to put it here. No, I want to put it there. So I would need a blue card there. Also, do we have a roof? A good one here? Not really. I really want... Oh, this one would be good. Oh, that's what I said, right? I said I wanted to have that one. And this clothing store I definitely don't need. That green roof I also don't need, but I need to take those. So what I will do is the following. I will take these 2, which gives me 1 coin. And then I will return these 2. I will return again, so I can get 1 coin because I don't need those. And what I will do is, you don't put them on the discard pile, you actually put them like under the deck here. Okay, and I will get 1 coin for that. Alright, so, and then I can actually place a few things here. Let me think. Here I wanted to put a pink one. Oh, I need to get that store then. Maybe I will not put a pink one there. But still, wait, let me think. No, that doesn't really work the way I want it to. This one is too far on the right now. Oh, I think I made a little mistake. I think. Because that police officer only gives us like for each lantern like a lot of points, but only if they're spaced apart. But if I put this one right here, then they're spaced apart too. And if I put a lantern here, it doesn't grant us anything anymore. And same thing there. This would only work if I placed it there, which would be possible. But I can't place it there because we need to place stuff adjacent to each other. That is kind of bad. So this is something that will not work. Because I don't have enough scaffolding, right? Because I mean, I could put scaffolding here, but then one would be missing there. Yeah, I'm not able to do that. That is a shame. I could also reverse my move and first build something there. I might also want to do that actually, but reversing the entire move is... You know what? I just have to live with that I made a mistake here. Then let me put this one here. I guess, I mean, that's what I need to do now. I kind of messed up. And this one there as well. I want to put a few there. So that costs me 3 coins. Alright, well, that wasn't the best move. I kind of messed up there. But that's what happens, right? There's a lot to think about in this game. It is really quite simple regarding the rules, but there's always like some crunchy decisions to make. Which is a good thing for a game, right? Okay, so I also need to remove a character. And now it's kind of getting hard because I don't quite know yet. I definitely want to go for him and him. That's already 2 of 5 characters. I don't really want to go for him anymore, I think. These ones, I don't think so either, but maybe. I want to go for him for sure. He grants me 9 points. Now, the way I have it now, 9 points, that's fine. So, let me remove this one here. Yeah. Let me remove that one. Okay, so, getting cards. I don't have any cards anymore. So what do we want? Do we have... No, I want to have as many chimneys as possible. Okay. I have, like, this one I could put here. Not too interesting. I think I will now take the cafe. I think I will take the cafe and nothing else. Just giving me 2 points. Yeah, 2 points. 2 coins, I mean. And then I will also just place that immediately right here. And that costs me 1 coin. Okay, so you see, it's always like you always have to like kind of like manage also your resources here, right? So you have like a kind of a drafting game, especially in a multiplayer game, plus a tile placement game, so to speak, a puzzle game, and also a resource management game. And in a solo game, you always also have to think about these characters here. So you know what? We have a little bit of more room now. So let us shove all of these up here so we have more room here to like put our stuff here. That is great. Okay, so we have now finished a building. So now we can take a character. This one, 2, 4, 7, 9 would be 9 points for this guy, which isn't too bad. So you think, you know what? I think I'm going to take him. And what we do now is let me put those a little bit more up here so we have more room. That should work. And we place them under the building that we just finished, right? You see like that we like the sidewalk is right here and it's like a little river, right? And here are the people are standing. So it's kind of cool. So you actually, if you put them all together like this, you actually really have like an entire scene here, right? That is really well done. Really cool. Okay, so yeah. And then we have to like do all of that jazz again here. Let me put this here. These over here. Alright, and we're not that far off from actually finishing up the game. Because like we have built up a lot already. And now we kind of know what we want. Right? So, but there's still a lot of crunchy decisions for us to make. So, I want more stores down here. This store I already have. But it would grant me just 2 points. And that's not horrible, but still not great. So we... we take this guy, and that guy. So we only need 1 more, pretty much, right? Is there anything that we can work with a lot? Cats up there. Here are only 2 cats. 6 points. Do we have like a top here with a lot of cats? No, we don't. No, we actually don't. We also need like another building here, right? So I could actually take like the store maybe, right? And like these are a lot of flowers. 5 flowers? 5 flowers would grant us 5 points for her. But that's not a whole lot. You would need a roof with like 4 flowers. I don't know if that exists. Like something like that would be great. Something like that. And then like a lot of flowers. I actually don't want to take too much because there's nothing really that interests me here. This one is nice for later on. You know what? I will take this card here. This card and get 2 coins. I think that's not too bad. I think I will do that. Then I will place one. Let me put the scaffolding here. Like turn it over, of course. And then put that card there, right? That works. And that cost us a coin to construct. Okay, yeah. Because I'm not really happy with what is being on offer here, to be honest. So yeah, Let me just place all the cards here. So this game doesn't take a whole lot of time. It takes a lot of time today because, well, I'm explaining a lot of stuff and I just keep talking, right? That's like kind of what I have to do as a content creator, but usually when you play solo with other people, it doesn't take as long. Okay, so do we have a middle? Oh, we have a good middle here for that plant guy. We could have another plant guy. 3, 5, 7, 9, 10 points. Yeah, that's great. I would definitely want to have this one. And then I will also take like that store there. Because here I don't need anything really. I don't really need anything here yet. So you know what? I will take this plant and this one here. I get 1 coin for that. And then I will place this one here. And we have finished another building. Oh, I did not get rid of a character last round. Let me get rid of that flower woman. So, and now we have finished a building. That means we can actually take a guy. Have I? I think I didn't pay a coin for constructing just now. So I will just do that. Okay, there we go. So, we have the next guy here. We also need to remove a character. Let me think about who to remove. But I think now it's quite easy because I pretty much have like all my people together that I wanted. So let's see. Another chimney. We could actually also take that chimney over there. Or maybe that one here if we have another yellow one. Oh, we have another yellow one. Okay, that could actually be good. And there's a store we don't... Oh, we have that store already. Man, we are not getting any other stores. So, removing a character. I'm not... Well, I want that Santa for sure. I want him for sure. And I want him for sure. Yeah, so I can remove pretty much anybody else. Okay. So let's see. And there's also one thing that you probably now see is that what happens if there are no character cards left anymore because they take too long? Well, in a solo game, then the game is also over, right? So either when I've renovated all 5 buildings or when all characters are gone. Okay. So let me think what we do now. So a lot of doesn't matter anymore. So I will just take these 2. That grants me a coin. And I will also place both, which costs me 3 coins. I think you also get like points for coins at the end. But that's not as important now. So, yeah, this scaffolding I don't need anymore, right? So I can just put that away. Place these 2 right here. I didn't make any placement mistakes, did I? No, I did not. Okay, so that's fine. Alright, so you see, we're almost done. We just need 3 more cards. That's it. So we have not finished a building, so that means we cannot take a character, but we need to remove one. So our timer is now ticking. We really need to get going now. Oh, by the way, can we still make this? It's kind of tough. Yeah, we need to get, like within 2 rounds, we need to get going. Like pretty much next round, we need to almost finish everything up. Otherwise we... Yeah, in 2 rounds, we need to finish everything up. Otherwise we lose our characters. Okay. So let's hurry up. Let's hurry up. So oh no, we have 2 here. That's fine. We still have 3 rounds, but still. We are now on a tight timer. So let's see. This one I want. This one is great. This one down here is not great, but we could take it just so that we have it in case we need to like get going, like, right? So, yeah, I think that's what I will do. We also need like a bottom here. We have one here, but that is not great. But we can still wait for that. So you know what? I will take these 3 cards. I will get no coin for that because I have too many cards. What I will then do, I don't need these 2 green ones. These don't help us at all because we have no building to put them. So I will remove these 2. Put them back under their respective decks, which grants me a coin. That is good. And then I'll replace this one here, which costs me 1 coin. And that means I can now take a new character card. Let me take Santa, put him here. And that's kind of cool because Santa now grants us 15 points because we have all the chimneys here. That is really nice. All right. Okay, that was a pretty good turn. So let me put these here. Yeah, the playthrough takes longer than I thought. I thought like I would be through in 30 minutes, but I keep talking a lot, which I hope you don't mind too much. So, there we go. So, let me just have another sip of tea, which is very important. Alright, so, we need to remove a character. Well, we know we just want to take these two here. Alright, so this round we need to, not this round, but the next round, we need to finish everything up. So, we have another, we have a store here that we haven't had yet. Oh, it's blue. Perfect, that's what we need. So, we'll take this one, which grants me 2 coins. And I will place that immediately right here. That means we can remove that scaffolding. We don't need that anymore. And I can take a character. I want this one, of course. There we go. Nice. So we're almost done. Just one more card. We have a card here. I'm still hoping for like a better store. For like a store. Oh no, wait. We have our stores. So we don't need them anymore. So what I can also do. I can also just put that one here, so just so that we're done, that we are finished, which cost me 2 coins more, and take this guy here. Well, this, let's see, this guy 1, 2 would only give us 5 points. No, this one is better. This one gives us 9 points, and that's it. We're done with the game, right? Now we would like put all the cards here, remove a character card and stuff, right? And then we would be through actually, because otherwise we would have to remove that character card. Well, then we still would have had 1 turn, but that's fine. Okay, so we are done now. We are done with the game, and now we will score all of the points. And usually I would do like this this little thing down here, right? The score counter, but we actually do have a scoring pad in this game, so we can just use that. So we are ST, that stands for Sir Thecos, in case you're new to the channel. Alright, and now we will check. First here you see like, we have like highlighted like one of each tile in the bottom row, which is now all characters. Now we have 4 rows, right? First we had 3 for our buildings, and now we have another one. And then we will just count up the points. So this guy gives us points depending on how many different stores we have. We have all 4 different stores, right? We do. So that is 15 points. That is great. This one grants us 1 point for each plant above. That's 2, 5, 7, 10. This guy does the same. 2, 4, 6, 9. Santa gives us 3 points for each chimney. We have all 5. That's 15 points. And then the police guy gives us 9 points for 2 lanterns not adjacent to each other. So that is 9 points. Okay. Then we get points for the stores. 2, 5, 8, 11. Then we get points for these markers, these tokens that we still have left over. That is 12. And then we get negative points for all closed windows with the X, right? In a multiplayer game, the person with the most closed windows would then get negative points. But we are like the only player, so we will just get these negative points. And there's 1 negative point for each closed window. We have 2, I can see here. That's minus 2 points. And now we count all of that up, and that is then 79 points. 2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that sounds about right. 79 points. Whether that's good or not, well, in a multiplayer game, you will just see now who has the most points. In a solo game, let me get the rules. You would check right here, right? So 0 to 60 is, that's okay. 61 to 70 is not bad. 71 to 80, that's where we are, is well done. So that's like rank 3 of 5, so to speak. Then 81 to 85 was close, is impressive. And 86 plus would be a masterpiece. So it is it's quite a difficult game to like score well. So 79 points is pretty good. It says like well done, so that is pretty good, right? The interesting thing is like the designer, Wei Min Ling, right here. They scored, I think their high score, it says here, their high score is 87 points. So it's only 8 points higher than what we just scored, so I think that's pretty good. If the designer scores 87 points and we score 79, I think we're doing quite well. Yeah, and that is how you play Walking in Burano. But you know what? Before we end the video, let me just say a few things about the game. So I thoroughly enjoy this game. This game has been in my collection for a while. I admit that I don't play it as often as I would like to. Last year I played it only just a handful of times or something. It just doesn't hit the table very often, but that's also because not only do I have like a large game collection, but also I have to like when I play games, I often have to play games for the YouTube channel instead of playing the games that I really want to play. Right? That's like a time issue. If I had more time, then I could also play like more games that I really want to instead of playing them for the YouTube channel. That's also like the reason why I thought, you know what? I just played this like a few weeks ago and I would like to play it again. You know what? I'm going to record the video that I've been planning to record for a longer time, right? So that's why I kind of combined that now. But it doesn't hit the table often enough, but it's still in my collection and it will stay in my collection because it is very nice. I like this quite a lot. I think there is also like a sequel to that, like a different city, a different game. I need to check out whether that's good or not. I think there's like something else in that series. But Walking Burano, I think, is a wonderful game because it is very elegant. It is very elegant in such a way that it has very little rules. You just need to know the placement rules. What do you score? And that's mainly like these characters, right? And that's pretty much all you need to know. And then you can start playing the game. But it is incredibly crunchy. This is in no way, in my opinion, a family game. In terms of rules, it would be a family game. In terms of crunchiness and the what you have to think about, it's definitely not. I think I built something up. I built something very nice here. I scored quite well today. Last game, I will have to check. Let me just check. But I think my last game, I did not score as well. Not at all. So let me just quickly check here. I think that was like 1 to 2 months ago. Burano, there we go. And I scored 68 points. You see? I scored 68. That was also decent, but not as good as this game. So 79, that is definitely a very good score. But this is like a tough game. You have to think about like you only want one color per column. You don't want the same colors right next to each other. And then you also want to think about the points. And the thing is, in a solo game, you have a little bit more leeway because you can just remove cards at the end of the turn that you don't want to go for. Right? So you have like a kind of a timer. You need to like decide more and more throughout the game what you want to go for. In a multiplayer game, if you're unlucky, people just keep taking cards that you wanted before you. And that's why you need to have you need to pay attention to the colors. You need to pay attention to the features. You need to pay attention to the scoring cards that are still there. And you need to do that all quick enough so you can actually get these characters. And that is not easy. That is definitely not an easy thing. In like a 2-player game, you also have just one inhabitant and 2 visitors each. In a multiplayer game, you have more, like in a 3 and 4-player game. In a 2-player game, you don't. And if the other player, if your opponent just takes the card quicker, well, that's too bad for you, right? So there's a lot to think about in this small game. And I like that. I love that. Because the rules are just simple enough. You don't have to like refer to the rules all the time. You just have to refer to your brain. Kind of like try to think of like what to do. Another thing I just said in this little game, and that is also a thing, this is like a small box game. The box is not much larger than it needs to be. It could be slightly less deep. But I mean, here's enough room for you to sleeve the cards even if you wanted to. I haven't done that yet. I might still do it. I'm not quite sure. But you could even sleeve those cards. Like the insert is functional. It works, right? I mean, it's just cardboard, but you can just pull that up. You put the cards in here. It even says like where all the cards go. There are like mini expansions you can get that you can play with. Honestly, I haven't even played with that expansion here yet because I'm still happy with this one here, right? And also, the game comes with the most important component, and I think that is like a big plus for it. No, but seriously, this is a really good game. This is easy to learn, easy to teach. It is crunchy. The artwork is great. The theme is great. The components are like really cool. This cat token is like has like some kind of coating. It feels good. These coins look really shiny. These look like almost like if they were like plastic or metal coins. No, they're just cardboard, but they have like this shiny coating. They feel also really good, right? Same thing here. These have the same coating. The cards are just really much standard quality, right? They're not linen finish, but they are thick enough as well. So I've played the game several times already, and the cards still hold up. So that is fine as well. It's like really colorful, really vibrant. So yeah, there's almost nothing that I can say against this game. Yes, it is not brilliant, right? I mean, like, always like have to like shove the cards, move the cards over there, can get a little bit tedious, right? But apart from that, there is almost nothing negative I can say about the game. It is not the most brilliant game ever, but it is very good. It is a very good game in a small box, easy to teach, a lot of crunchy decisions, so I really enjoy this one. And that is also the reason why it is getting my Sir Thecos Silver Ace of Games award. I think it's not quite enough for the golden one. I think there's something like missing that would kind of push it over the edge, but it's like very, very close. I usually want to give out these Ace of Games award when I'm very sure about it. I'm very sure about this one. It is possible for this game that maybe it will turn into a gold one at some point, but I don't think so. At the moment, I'm happy with awarding it the Silver Ace of Games award, and it really deserves that for sure because it is a really, really good game. Alright, so thank you so much for watching. That marks the end of my playthrough and small review of Walking in Burano. I hope you enjoyed this video. So, as usual, I want to thank all of you for your support. Especially, I want to thank my patrons who are very generous by supporting me on Patreon. Thank you so much for that. The biggest thanks go out to Thecos, who is the most generous supporter at the highest tier currently. Thank you so much for that. I truly, truly appreciate that. You can support me in numerous ways. You can watch my videos, of course. You can like them, comment below them. You can even subscribe to my channel. If you like my content enough, you can support me on Patreon, and you can join my Discord server in case you would like to hang out with me and my amazing community. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the very next video or on my Discord server. Take care, everyone. Stay safe, and cheers.